Hey everyone, before we do anything, I'd like to quickly announce a few things. Over on my Discord, I'm currently doing a competition. Basically, everyone has to try to design an NPC for Bitlands, and the winner gets to actually have their NPC put into the game. I'm not so sure how many days are going to be left in the competition by the time this video goes up, but feel free to try designing an NPC. All the designs will be showcased in the next devlog, so don't be worried if you don't win. Anyway, you've probably noticed quite a few things right off the bat. One, my player does now have a sitting animation if you idle for too long. I just thought it was like a nice polishing touch. And you've also probably noticed this little fireball jumping up and down. It's nothing special, but when you get hit by it, the fireball actually disappears and another one won't respawn. Right over here we actually have a new enemy, which I like to call the Crystal Caterpillar. So you can see him, he's just kind of crawling over on the ceiling, but if you go beneath him, he'll actually drop down and hurt you. So you gotta be careful and watch for those guys when you're walking around. However, you can actually kill them by jumping up from below them and like hitting them on their little spiky backs. For areas like this where there's like these moving platforms, it's really helpful to be able to do this while you're walking around, and he just fell in lava. There's a bunch of new tiles, as you can see the one that I'm standing on right now. It's being held up by like this lava stream. It acts the same way as the water stream in the swamplands. I just thought it'd be cool if there's like a lava variant of it. So remember that energy pixie that was in the last devlog? I finally finished him. So if you press E, you can cast your energy bolt. Let's do that right now at this little crystal guy over here. So if we press E, it'll shoot that little magic energy bolt at the enemy, and you can see that it homes in on the nearest enemy, which is very helpful. You can just kind of kill everything, and it's really fun to use. And you also probably noticed that when you use it, it says strong or weak. The less energy you have, the weaker the attack, and it won't one-shot enemies. But the more energy you have, the stronger the attack, and it has a higher chance of instant killing enemies. I feel like I'm a tour guide right now. On our right, you can see we have a geyser. These do exactly what you'd expect. Every once in a while, they kind of shoot out some fire, and I would not recommend walking over them because, well, you'll kind of die. The mushrooms in here also have like a nice little glow now, so it kind of matches the crystal color scheme. And you'll sometimes find these breakable walls. You just shoot an energy bolt at it and they'll just break. And over here we actually have a new kind of platform. Now this one is interactable, and just like you'd interact with an NPC, you press W and the platform will begin going up or down, depending on obviously where you are. And I just got hit by a sideways geyser, which is a new feature. I did a ton of work on the tiles and also improved the ambient lighting and also a ton of the particle effects. You've probably noticed that in the last devlog, the energy attack was very different. It was just like a bunch of very like realistic looking energy particles, but now it's like way more cartoony, and I think it fits the style more, so I'm pretty happy with it. Another huge new mechanic is double jumping. So after a certain point, you're going to get a new companion, which I'm not going to show you the cutscene because I think you'll want to play that yourself. But once you unlock him, you can get a double jump, and you'll see right here if I jump and then jump again, I have a little double jump. And there's a nice little particle effect there, but you also might notice that there's the companion that appears there for a second. And because I don't need like this to happen, oh god forgive me, yeah, okay, I'm actually surprised I didn't crash the game. Because I don't want this to happen, where we have like a million companions just following us around and then it looks like this, I decided that instead he'll just be invisible and only appear when you actually double jump, which I think makes more sense, and I still cannot believe this has not crashed my game. Anyways, back over to the swamplands. There are a few new things in the beginning of the levels. One of them are just these leaves that periodically fall from the sky. As you can see, there's one right over here. And they float down, they fall in the water, they fall on like the platforms and stuff. And I think it's like a nice little touch to kind of finish off the environment here. I don't think I'm going to be doing any more work on the swamplands. I think I would like to focus on the other two worlds. Oh, and I forgot to say, there's also a little blur effect now when you dash, so you can actually tell how long you're dashing for. So no doubt by now you've probably noticed a few differences in the GUI. So in the top left we have our FPS. This is only shown in the developer version or the beta version. You won't actually see that in the real game itself. But if we pay attention to the hearts, you'll actually notice that every once in a while there's a little shining animation that plays, and I think it's pretty cool, and it adds some more motion when things are otherwise very idle and still. And I've also changed up the stamina icons from little lightning bolts to these little yellow like pellets, like Pac-Man pellets. It honestly makes the GUI look way cleaner. I did also resprite the energy pixie, which is why it actually fits the Bitlands art style now. Before it didn't have any outlines, and I'm still wondering why I didn't add them in the first place. So over here we have what I like to call the Lane of Death. So I don't think I need to explain what these do, just try not to step under them. There is actually a red flashing effect when you lose a heart now, that appears on the screen. And I died. Awesome. You know, this is how I typically develop games. I usually create the foundation and the programming and how things are going to work out first, and then I'll go in, and once I am satisfied with what I have, I'll go and add in like effects like the heart animation, the stamina blur, and the leaves falling from the sky and stuff like that. But we aren't done just yet. So vines have actually made a return to the game. They're back in the caves, and you can use them just like normal, and you can actually see the new enemy over there shooting at us. So this guy is exactly what you think he is. He is a wizard mushroom, or a mushroom wizard. His attacks go through walls, he's not that strong, he does the normal 1 damage per attack. But one cool thing that I actually like about this guy is that while he's alive, you can actually jump on his head to generate energy. Let me go ahead and just kill that guy real quick. If we jump on his head, you'll notice our energy bar is going up. I thought that would be like a funny thing for players to do. So let's go ahead and just kill him. Now, the shroom actually is stronger than other enemies. If we go ahead, let's just cast our energy bolt aside. And let's say we have like no energy, you can see it takes 3 shots to kill him. I personally love this guy's design, I think it's hilarious. He has that typical wizard mustache on him. And then when he dies, he just has like those X's on his face and his staff kind of just drops to the side. You know you've done something right when you laugh at your own creation. Ah yes, what a good time to sit down. And this guy over here doesn't do anything special. He's just here to tell you that the area isn't completed yet and that beyond this level there's nothing left because I haven't actually created anything else. And that's about all I have to show you. If you want special content or early access, consider becoming a patron and supporting the channel. Let me know in the comments if you like these more non-scripted videos. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next devlog.